Hey everybody, Sam Dog, the infamous 253, coming at you with Dallas Stewart. The Monday night game just concluded, and as for week 7, me and Dallas went 10-4 on our picks. Dallas, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Tough loss last night.
Yeah.
Time to bounce back.
Yep, time to bounce back indeed, man. Now we're coming in with our 2020 Week 8 picks of the 2020 NFL season. First off, Thursday Night Football. We got the Atlanta Falcons going to Carolina to take on the Carolina Panthers. And as we all know, as of yesterday, and still is official, no lead is safe with Atlanta. For sure. No lead is safe with Atlanta. Todd Gurley, all you had to do was knee it on the 1 yard line, and then they could have kneed it to freaking, burn the clock and kick a game-winning field goal, but instead you break the plane for the touchdown, giving Detroit a chance to go down and get a game-winning touchdown with the game-winning PAT. Carolina Panthers, obviously with Carolina, they lost to the New Orleans Saints yesterday. Teddy Bridgewater taking on his former team and couldn't get it done with some key turnovers in that too. And the Panthers basically lost to the Saints as we were expecting. But I'm going to take Carolina to finish off the sweep of the Atlanta Falcons. I'm taking the Panthers.
I'm taking the Panthers at home in Charlotte to finish off the sweep and get to 500 and Atlanta's frustrating season to continue.
Yep.
I got the Panthers.
Yep, I got the Panthers too. Up next, we got the Minnesota Vikings, who taking on the Green Bay Packers. The Minnesota Vikings, did they just come off their bye? Are they just coming off their bye week after their loss to Atlanta? Yep, Vikings coming off the bye week after their loss to Atlanta, and the Green Bay Packers just took a fat ass shit all over the Houston Texans. Like we said, Vikings are demoralized. I'm taking the Packers to finish off the sweep.
Yeah, I'm taking the Packers to finish off the sweep, get to 6-1. Aaron Rodgers is looking pretty damn good this year. 17 touchdowns to 2 interceptions.
Yeah. Up next, yep. Go ahead, Dallas.
And their offense is rolling.
Yep. Even though they didn't have Aaron Jones yesterday.
They recovered from the debacle in Tampa.
Yep. Up next, we got the Tennessee Titans, who just suffered their first loss of the season to the Pittsburgh Steelers, taking on the Cincinnati Bengals, who barely just lost in the final seconds against the Cleveland Browns of that Donovan Peoples-Jones touchdown with 11 seconds left, and they could not get it done against Cleveland, so they got swept by Cleveland. I'm taking the Titans to just bury the Bengals.
I'll go with Tennessee as well to get to 6-1. Another heartbreaking loss for the Bengals. Last week, they're showing that they're a really young team that just can't get over the hump. I got the Titans bouncing back after a tough loss to Pittsburgh.
All right. Up next, we got the New York Jets taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Lock of the week, Chiefs in a blowout.
Yeah, the Chiefs should be able to probably hang 50 against the Jets. The line's like Kansas City minus 19.5. I expect Matt Moore to be in this game.
Or Chad Henne again.
In the second, probably. Is it Chad Henne?
Yeah, Chad Henne was in that backup quarterback after the Chiefs were just
early in the second half.
Yeah, after the Chiefs
this
just
game should be over at half.
Yeah, Chiefs just murdered the frickin' Broncos, and they put Chad Henne in there, and hey, Chad Henne actually ran it in for a touchdown on a keeper.
Yeah, the Chiefs should. I mean, this should probably be one of the biggest blowouts of the year.
Yeah.
This would be one of the biggest upsets in regular season history. I expect to see a lot of backups for Kansas City in there by the second half.
Yeah, and you said upset. The Jets would upset, which we all know is not going to happen.
Yeah, if it happened, it'd be one of the biggest upsets of the year.
Yeah, but it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
Chiefs are going to steamroll them. Up next, we got the Indianapolis Colts going to Detroit to take on the Lions, who barely escaped Atlanta because Todd Gurley was a dummy for breaking the plane, and when he could have needed at the 1 yard line to give him an easy field goal to win it. And the Colts are just coming off of the bye week after they beat. Who did they beat last week? After that comeback win against the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm taking the Colts to to beat the Lions after that. I'm taking the Colts coming off of their bye.
Yeah, this would be an interesting game right here. I like the Colts to drop the Lions to below 500 and the Lions' 2-game winning streak.
Yeah.
So I'm taking the Colts.
Yeah, circle over the. I already got the circle in there.
Put a circle over the Colts.
All right, up next we got the Pittsburgh Steelers, the only undefeated team left, taking on the Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore. Steelers coming off of that big win against the Tennessee Titans in Nashville, and the Ravens are coming off of their bye week, right?
They are.
Yeah, so the Ravens
are supposed to happen last week.
Yeah, man. So yeah, it's Pittsburgh Steelers are rolling 6-0. That defense is just freaking rolling, and the Ravens, Lamar Jackson and them, they're now well rested coming off of the bye week. And who knows, could this be the week that we finally have no more undefeated teams after this week? What do you think, Dallas?
I think we could. Pittsburgh let Tennessee come back into that game after having a 20-point lead.
Yeah, and they're lucky Gostkowski's a terrible kicker.
Yeah, and the game's in Baltimore.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a battle.
You want to? I'll let you go first. I'll let you go first with this one, but I think I know where you're leaning towards.
Yeah, put the circle next to Baltimore.
Yeah,
I think Pittsburgh's undefeated season comes to an end.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Baltimore as well. I like the Ravens in this one too. I think the Ravens will hand Pittsburgh their first loss of the season, much like how last year we handed Frisco their first loss of the season on that Monday Night Thriller. You know, it was a tough game for us last night with that going to overtime. Kind of reminded me of that game, except we were on the heartbreaking losing end of that one. But up next we got the LA Rams, who just beat the Chicago Bears on Monday Night Football, going to Miami. Miami coming off of the bye to take on the Miami Dolphins, and now Tua Tagovailoa is the starting quarterback, and I don't get why, with that one when Fitzpatrick was basically producing for them. I know Tua did a little bit but not a whole lot, and didn't have a scoring drive, just basically closed out the game in that too. But yeah, I think Aaron Donald's going to be giving Tua a big welcome to the NFL with the sacks that Aaron Donald's going to probably have on him. So I'm going to take the LA Rams to get a win in Miami against the Dolphins.
Yeah,
I'm taking the Rams.
I'm taking the Rams to get 2 in a row, get to 6-2, heading into their bye week. Their defense looked pretty damn dominant tonight.
Yeah.
They really rattled Foles.
And forced 3 interceptions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think the Dolphins have much of a shot on Sunday.
Yeah. Up next, we got the New England Patriots going to Buffalo to take on the Bills. The Patriots just got pistol whipped by the 49ers. Post-Tom Brady life is finally catching up to them, and I'll tell you what, man. I don't think Cam Newton is the answer, man. Obviously, the Patriots are really missing a lot on their defense with those opt-outs and that, and I think the COVID mess hit them at the worst possible time, man. They're sub 500 for the first time in a long-ass time, man, since like 2001 or 2002.
I think it's 2002 that they've had first time since 2002 that they've had a 3-game losing streak.
Yeah, I mean, the Patriots, I'll be honest with you, I don't think Cam's the answer. We all know Jared Stidham is not the answer because Cam got benched for Stidham during that blowout loss that they have. And the Buffalo Bills are they coming off of a bye week too?
No.
Who the Bills beat? Oh yeah, the Bills beat the freaking Jets with all field goals. That's what I meant. That's what I forgot. Bills beat the Jets with all field goals.
All that impressive.
Yeah, they did not look all that impressive against the Jets though. But the Patriots, man, they are really just shitting the bed, man. I think this is a year where going to be a year where we just do not see the Patriots in the playoffs, man. Patriots ain't going nowhere. Give me the Buffalo Bills. Give me the Bills to just keep it rolling on them before we play them next week. So I'm taking the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Taking the Bills.
Put the circle next to the Bills. I'm taking the Bills.
You mean put the circle around the Bills?
Continue New England's losing streak.
And their downfall.
It might be Bill Belichick's first sub 500 year in New England.
Yeah, in a long ass time, man. I agree with you on that one. Up next, we got the Las Vegas Raiders going to Cleveland to take on the Cleveland Browns. The Las Vegas Raiders got got dominated by Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And the Cleveland Browns shootout against the Cincinnati Bengals. Oh, man, this is, I think, one of our first tough ones to pick on this week, man. This is kind of a tough one to pick, man. I mean, obviously the Raiders' whole offensive line had the COVID mess, man. That game basically got flexed, which made our game last night the Sunday night instead of that one, because they were really supposed to be the Sunday night one. We were supposed to be in the afternoon slate, but, man, Raiders and Browns, man. That's a tough one. I know the Browns did lose Odell Beckham Jr. to an injury this game. What's the extent of Odell Beckham Jr.'s injury?
I heard it was a torn ACL and he's out for the year.
Beckham's out for the year again?
Yep.
Dang, I remember when he got injured in first time he's missing a season since 2017.
Wow, when he was at New York?
When he was with New York, man. Wow. I mean, but still the Browns were still handling pretty well. I mean, the Raiders, well, I don't think the Raiders really had a chance against the freaking...
Do the Raiders have to travel?
The Raiders have to travel to Cleveland.
Yeah, even though with the Odell Beckham injury...
I still like Cleveland to continue rolling.
I still like Cleveland.
I like Cleveland. I mean, Kareem Hunt's been playing good at running back. They still got Jarvis Landry, and that Donovan Peoples-Jones receiver guy just freaking came out of nowhere and freaking caught the game winner against Cincinnati yesterday. So I think he's looking pretty good. I'm gonna put a circle around the Browns. Yeah, I'm putting a circle around the Browns.
Yeah, I'm picking the Browns. I think the Raiders are gonna lose 2 in a row.
Yeah.
After that big win against Kansas City before their bye week.
Yeah. Up next, we got the Los Angeles Chargers going to Denver to take on the Denver Broncos. The Los Angeles Chargers, Justin Herbert and Gardner Minshew, Oregon versus Washington State shootout down in SoFi Stadium yesterday, with Justin Herbert coming out on top. And the Denver Broncos obviously got pistol whipped and just absolutely murdered by Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs again, as expected in that one. I'm taking the Chargers to go to Mile High and Justin Herbert to get a second career win as a starter. I'm going to take the Chargers.
Yeah, I like the Chargers to get 2 in a row here and get to 3 and 4. Denver definitely had a huge letdown after that upset win against the Patriots in New England, but I like the Chargers to get a bit of a mini winning streak going.
And up next, we got the New Orleans Saints taking on the Chicago Bears. The New Orleans Saints the Saints just beat the Carolina Panthers yesterday, and the Bears just lost to the LA Rams tonight in SoFi Stadium. Saints and Panthers had a little bit of battle. Bears, they just got dominated by that Rams defense, and Nick Foles couldn't get anything going, and Foles threw 3 interceptions tonight, man. Now the Bears are 5-2, and are the Saints 5-2?
4-2, they have bye.
Oh yeah, they're 4-2 now. And I'll tell you what, Drew Brees has had Nick Foles' number, especially in the playoffs, even back when Foles was in Philadelphia. Both of Foles' playoff losses were to Drew Brees. In 2013,
you're right.
in
2013 wild card game.
2013 wild card.
The divisional round in 2018.
I remember the 2013 wild card game because the Saints had to come to us and we freaking beat them in the divisional. And then went on to beat the 49ers to go to Super Bowl 48, where we would destroy the Denver Broncos.
I
and then
the divisional round game in 2014.
Yeah,
Philadelphia had a 14-0 lead.
Yeah, and then the Philadelphia just choked that lead, and
Alshon Jeffrey had a key drop late in that game
for the Eagles. That is back when Foles was with the Eagles.
Was it Alshon Jeffrey?
I forgot, man.
Yeah, Alshon Jeffrey had a huge drop that I think went off his hands and it was intercepted.
Yeah, and that was when Foles was with the Eagles, and before
they had a chance to pull off that upset, I remember.
But now he's with
I think they got outscored the rest of that game 20-0 after having a 14-0 halftime lead.
Yeah, but now obviously Nick Foles is with the Chicago Bears, and then of course Jimmy Graham takes on his former quarterback again. And this should be an interesting one, but I'm gonna take the Saints to get the 5-2 in this one. I'm gonna take the Saints. I think Drew Brees still has Nick Foles' number.
Yeah, the Rams kind of dropped the Bears back down to earth a little bit.
All right, who you take? You take.
I'm taking the Saints. I don't know if Emmanuel Sanders will be back or not. but I expect Michael Thomas to be back.
Yeah, is Michael Thomas? I bet Michael Thomas will be back for the Saints. And all right, up next, our game. Big hate week here going on. We got the San Francisco 49ers coming here to take on the Seahawks. And we all know what happened to them against the Patriots. We all know what happened to us last night. But hey, nobody can go undefeated. It's hard to go undefeated in this league. And I do think we did get out-coached last night, which I was talking to my dad heavily about this. But the 49ers did just lose Deebo Samuel for a couple more weeks. And I know we have our injury issues too with some of our running backs. But now Russell Wilson has a chance to basically just recuperate. He's going to watch the film, and we're going to freaking try to do our best to bounce back. And all I got to say is the 49ers are 4-3. We're 5-1. This is going to be our best chance to get a division win, in my opinion. This is our best chance to get a division win. And, I mean, granted, we had that chance last night, though, too. But I think this is the week we're going to do it. And basically, let's just fucking go in there and let's fucking slam the door shut in the 49ers' face and let's just slam the door on their playoff hopes, man. Because their playoff hopes are going to take a big hit if they lose. If we beat them, their playoff hopes will die with who they have to play in these next few games, because they're in a big gauntlet. They got to freaking go take on the Green Bay Packers at home in a short week after that, and then they got the New Orleans Saints after that, and then after that they got to take on the Rams again, and then the Buffalo Bills. So it is not going to be easy for the 49ers, especially with the injuries that they sustain, man. Dallas?
Yeah, definitely they're in for it the next 4 or 5 games.
And we're gonna be coming in pissed, but obviously, I think we better freaking be getting Jamal Adams back this week, man. He needs to be back this week because it would make a big difference. I mean, granted, we did force a couple turnovers in that game, including that turnover on downs in the red zone, but still it wasn't enough after Tyler Lockett's big-ass performance. But we're going to need to count a lot on Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf again in this game, and we're going to need to heavily count on Greg Olsen and Will Dissly to make big plays with the tight ends, But we got to look out for Jason Verrett on that secondary. Obviously, they have no Richard Sherman, but that secondary was starting to play really good, and they were able to force how many Cam Newton? They forced a lot of interceptions in that game against the Patriots, which I'm definitely not sleeping on them, but still hate this team with a passion. Glad this rivalry's back, but yes, this is where we have to freaking start taking over in the division, man. Right here. Since we didn't do it last night, we have to do it this week, and I just want to freaking, like I said, we got to slam the door, and we got to freaking flush the Niners' playoff hopes down the drain here with this one. I'm taking the Seahawks to bounce back.
Yeah, I'm taking the Seahawks to bounce back and get their first division win of the year. The Niners, they're just so banged up on both sides of the ball. We have to take advantage.
We take advantage of those. Yep.
Fall victim to a trap game
again
against a divisional opponent that's banged up. Cannot afford to.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah, just like we couldn't afford it last night, but then we finally fell victim to that trap. I mean, we had the chances to win, we just didn't do it.
The defense has got to step up this week.
Big time, man. Got to stop Ayuk on those jet sweeps and deep passes. You got to shut down George Kittle. You got to shut down frickin' Kendrick Bourne and Jerick McKinnon at running back, since they just lost Jeff Wilson Jr., man. Their other running back. No Raheem Mostert. Mostert's on the IR. And obviously they lost. Did I already mention that they lost Deebo Samuel?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Seahawks, time to fucking bounce back. Take advantage of every 40-whiner injury, and we got to go out there and freaking get this dub and basically slam the door on the 49ers playoff hopes.
Yeah.
Got to slam the door on the 49ers playoff hopes this week. It has to happen, especially with the gauntlet they got to go through.
Yeah, because we go through our own gauntlet.
We go through our own gauntlet as well, because we have to go to Buffalo the following week, and then after that we got to go to LA, and then after that Arizona comes here, which obviously I have that game circled on my calendar because I'm bloodthirsty. Hell, I'm freaking bloodthirsty this Sunday too.
Yeah.
Especially for what happened last year.
Yeah, when they came in here and
took the division
title by a half a yard.
Yeah. Exactly. So, Seahawks have had this game on their calendar marked since week 17 last year. Dallas?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, so
breaker to end the regular season last year.
So all I gotta say is, it is mother fucking payback time.
It sure is.
Yeah. Up next, we got the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles on Sunday Night Football. The Cowboys, obviously, they freaking just got beat down by the Washington football team, and the Eagles just barely escaped at home against the New York Giants. Cowboys, man, they're just abysmal, man. Ever since all those injuries, man. Now Ben DiNucci at quarterback since Andy Dalton has on the concussion protocol. Carson Wentz, the Eagles. I expect the Eagles to just get another win here. I think now the Eagles are going to be the front runner to win the NFC East now, in my opinion. Give me Philadelphia.
Yeah, give me Philadelphia to continue Dallas's misery. Dallas is just a mess in so many ways.
Yeah. Mike McCarthy, I don't think he's the guy that's fit for the job in Dallas.
And all the injuries have definitely taken a toll on the Cowboys. It's looks like it's going to be another disappointing year for the Cowboys.
Yep. And finally, last but not least, Monday Night Football, Buccaneers versus Giants. Another lock. Buccaneers in a blowout. They just got Antonio Brown, man. And Brown will be making his debut week 9, though, but I still think the Buccaneers will just blow out the Giants on Monday Night Football. Give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, give me Tampa to keep it rolling here. This should be a blowout.
Yep,
This should not even be close. I don't even know why the Giants get back-to-back primetime games. It's beyond me.
Yeah, and that's basically our picks. We got Panthers over Falcons, Packers over Vikings. We got the Titans over the Bengals. We got the Chiefs over the Jets, Colts over the Lions, Ravens over the Steelers, Rams over Dolphins, Bills over Patriots, Browns over Raiders, Chargers over Broncos, Saints over Bears, Seahawks over the 49ers. It's motherfucking payback time, motherfuckers. Let's fucking get it. Eagles over the Cowboys, and Buccaneers over the Giants. And there you have it. That's our Week 8 picks. Went 10-4 last week. Let's try to see if we can go a little better than that. But we've been above 500 every week in our picks so far.
Yeah, we have. My worst week was actually week 7, 8-6.
Yep. And all I got, and also
week 6, 8-6.
And also stay tuned Tuesday night. I'm actually going to be collaborating with a friend of mine, my buddy Chris Hernandez, CG Boley. He's a 49er fan. So met him through Seahawks Eddie Taylor, my buddy Eddie. I'm going to be collaborating with Chris. We're going to talk about this matchup going into this week and obviously what's all on the line, and we're just going to have some fun with it, Just all respectful in that shit too, with this rivalry. But you know how it is. Sam Dog the Infamous 253, me and Dallas about to sign out here. Week 7 in the books. Time to go into week 8 and just try and frickin' bounce back and get our revenge for last year's week 17 with our Seahawks, man. Time to frickin' get some revenge and bounce back while we're fucking at it too. So, if you ain't with it, you ain't infamous, and as always, go Seahawks. Time to fucking bounce back.